1-3, the police are requesting an ambulance to detail man screaming for one. Inside the Irish Social Club at number 19 Park Street, West Roxbury.
Testing, testing. Ah, hello. There we go. Right, I don't know what happened there. That's on me for not testing things. Right, there we go. Typing that in there for any of our more audio listeners. Welcome back, sinners, once again to a lovely sermon of yap. Now that I've fixed my microphone, it's been a while since it's done that. Honestly, it's been so well. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what's with these Shure mics, but occasionally this one just seems to have a moment where it just doesn't. We'll see. I'm hoping that's a one-off. It's not done it for quite a while, so let us see, shall we? But we're back, and well, it's been an alright week, although I've been horrendously busy today. Like, holy shit, it has been a busy one for little old me. So many people asking me stuff, but we're past that now. We're into the evening, and what a hot evening it is. I want to say spicy. No, I think what's spicy is up in the creator space at the moment. You know, I was actually, speaking of stuff in the creator space, I don't know if anyone's seen it, but old Moisty posted a video. And as you know, he's stepping back from a lot of content creation. Because I think it's getting to him. From what he said, like, it's getting to him, the drama he's reporting on. And it's interesting. I've been thinking about it, right? I'm like, I'm so glad I didn't go that route. I thought about it. I won't pretend I didn't think about it, right? Because I did. I thought, you know, I watch a lot of commentary. Should I do that kind of thing? And I'll be honest with you, I'm so glad I didn't. Like, I like watching it, but I'm so glad I don't do it. I can engage in it in a healthy way, and then just step away. But imagine if that was your whole content. Like, holy fuck. It's, genuinely horrifying to me. But I suppose that is the content grind, isn't it? You get into a pattern, right? You get into a whole shabam, and then obviously, you know, everyone knows you as that guy, right? Or that person, you know, you're the drama tuber person. For example, I would be surprised if Revex Desu or Nux or a couple of others wouldn't be known for the drama they cover, right? They do other stuff, but it's mostly the drama. It's what the big one they're known for, right? I know, like, you've got some more variety types, but, like, I imagine more recently, Ilara, for example, she's more known for, I imagine she's quite well known for her news now, and that seems done really well for her. But I do think it does take, like, I think how she approaches it is quite good, because you don't get stuck on it, right? And I honestly think that's the best way to do it, right? Like, you don't just get stuck on that one type of content, because it's just draining. And I can imagine, I can absolutely imagine just the pain of doing that all the time, right? So, but it was interesting. It was interesting to me, you know, that whole thing. Well, I'm quite glad I stick to my own shit, right? I play games, I talk about stuff, world building. Oh god, that reminds me, I should record a video at some point. I'm so sorry to those of you who watch me for YouTube stuff. There's a few of you, I know. I don't want to. I suppose with YouTube, right? For my own self, I don't want to force myself to make something if I'm not fully with it, right? I'm gonna give you slop, right? I've considered making another channel as just a I post shit that I'm thinking about, but then I don't know. My rants tend, well, if anyone of you has followed me for a while, I mean, you only have to ask Rouge here. Hello, Rouge, by the way. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you on 14. On FF14, should I say. My god, does that mean I finally gonna have someone to play the game with, finally? It's been so long. It's been so long. But yeah. Great example right there. I am terrible at going off on tangents. That I think work better from the live streaming standpoint, but it takes a lot more for me to stay on topic. I have to kind of note out what I'm going to say. And even then I go off topic. I remember I turned a quite short session for one of my retellings into a very long video because of how much lore I added to it. So, you know, that was a tangent, but I ended up just rolling with it because I thought, fuck it, it bulks the video out nicely. It ends up being 40 minutes. Might be a stupid idea, but I do tend to do those in one take as well. Don't do that, by the way. Genuinely, don't do that. I am a little lazy, and I like to try and do everything in one take if I can. But I know I shouldn't. I know I should chop and, you know, fiddle. Right? Like, I've even cut music out so it doesn't, like, get held up in it, so I can just switch between them. And other people do it. But I don't, because I'm a pain in the ass. And I hate redoing stuff unless I have to. Although I have my moments where I will redo stuff. I mean, hell, the couple of thousand suns I have currently I'm redoing. For example, I wasn't happy with the blue, so I wanted to redo them in red. And I've got a nice formula for the red now. The cherry red of theirs. Although, my god, I forgot how much trim they've got. Which is why I went and painted up an orc. You know, on a complete tangent, by the way, that's the first orc I've ever painted. Weird, right? I've never painted an orc before. For 40k. Or for Warhammer, I should say. But it's Age of Sigmar, this one. But I'm really happy how he turned out. Looks a little rough. I might do a bit of cleanup on him, but honestly... I don't know. I like the orcs. I've been tempted to get some 40k orcs. I'm quite tempted to pick up that Mechanicum box when it comes out, honestly. And there's the Blood Angels. I was tempted, I won't lie, when I saw that box, because I like the Death Company, but then I saw, like, how the Death Company now just a recolor. And yes, they kind of are, but, like, they're also... The Blood Angels are really, like, fancy looking as is. So, you know. I find it sad that Death Company Primaris are, like, kind of I do like this little thing, though, from a lore perspective. That even that didn't fix it. Because they tried. The Lamenters chapter exists to try and fix that. I'd be so tempted to do them as Lamenters, to be fair. I kind of like the sad irony of the Lamenters falling to the Black Rage. It just fulfills their, like, the one thing they were built to do, and they still didn't fucking do that. But... And there's an example of my tangents. You know, I feel so sorry when I talk to people about this sort of shit, and I'm like... I go off... I mean... The gentleman in the chat right there. New kink unlocked. What do you mean? Wait, what new kink? What, orcs? Or is it, or are people falling into complete despair and rage? Is that... Which kink have I unlocked? If you can't tell, by the way, I have had a drink or two. I'm just going to be transparent with you there. I forget the drink it is now. It's something different than my normal poison, but... new venue to explore. Well, you know, one always has to have a dabble. A bit of experimentation. Well, you know, I sometimes have a couple on a Thursday. It's almost the end of the week, right? I'm allowed a couple. Like 1 or 2, you know? When I say drink, I mean the alcoholic variety. It's been a long day, I need a little whiskey. I need a little bit. But don't worry, I can handle... Oh no, say so water drink a strip. Hey, just because I'm an angel doesn't mean I have to be entirely say so. Although by VTuber standards, I am very say so. I am very say so by VTuber standards. I'd like to think. I have my moments where I'm very much not say so, but you know. I'd like to think that I am, by VTuber standards, pretty say so. Exactly. I mean, look at me. Don't I look saintly? Ignore the fact... Ignore various details like my extra thick thighs and pretty big rack. You know, ignore those details and, you know, I'm a saint. I mean, technically, you're not entirely wrong saying that. I mean, you know, technically, well, one of many, technically speaking, from a law perspective, figureheads of the New Eden Church. So, you know, you're not incorrect in saying that. Genuinely. I wouldn't call it an incorrect statement. You've reminded me on a side note, something's crossed my mind. Looking at the code behind me. If I was ever to have that background done again, I would love it to, like, have the code, like, be moving and typed out in the background. If any of you have used the CompCon site for Lancer, you can change the site to have a, an old forum kind of look. And it does that where, like, they type out messages of it's like being like on a 4chan thread, but it's like in-universe kind of thing. And it does that where, like, messages get typed out over stuff. That's genuinely something I think if I could do again, I would do that. The other thing I'd probably do is you see the cross and the halo behind chat. I'd have that, like, spinning. Like, the halo spinning around it. That's two things, like, if I was to go... I've considered making that a logo, actually. I've genuinely considered going to Bayesian Studio and going, do you guys do logos? If so, can I have this? If not, would you be okay with that? It's a little thing, right? It'd be more me delegating it to someone who knows what they're doing. So it'd be more just a money thing, rather than a... But... You know. But... I'm probably not going to add that anytime soon, but that is something I just thought about, actually. It'd be quite nice. I'd definitely see if I could, like, have little references in there. I don't know. For old time's sake, maybe I'd have, like, hag.exe or something in there. And like, little references. Maybe little lore bits, you know. I don't know. Random idea that literally just crossed my mind, but I was reminded of it looking at it. I don't know. I like to keep my brain a buzz of ideas, you know. I think it's something that I've become very accustomed to. Doing the whole content creation grind is like having ideas. Which reminds me, I forgot to do something. I forgot to test my webcam. I'm gonna put a thing in for that. 1 second, chat. I'm gonna put a thing in for that. I'm going to put a reminder in to do that. No, where's my to do? 1 second. By the way, if anyone wants a good recommendation for like a good to-do list, the Microsoft To Do app is a really nice app. I recommend it genuinely. I strongly recommend that app. It's genuinely quite good. Webcam for painting stream. Right, and remind me. Let's say Saturday at like 3:30. Yeah. Not today. Don't know if June Saturday. There we go. Right. There. Strong recommend that ass. I have considered getting a character sheet done, like my old one. I was very tempted to go back to the same person and just go, hey, can you do a character sheet? Just like a 360 view. Mostly so I could like detail out some like ideas for like because I mentioned like the back's probably like there's probably a bit of like mechanical bits at the back. You know. But also that same person is probably half the reason why I had such a thigh gap, because the artist wanted to make it bigger than what it was in the character sheet. And old me had a very big old ass, and new me probably would also have a big ass, to be fair. Listen, my lore perspective of it would simply be this. The angelic form is built to be the most idealized version of a human being, right? With some additions. The wings being a denotion of what type of angel. Which, as I've said before, is the merging of two different ideas, which worked out very nicely for me. I mean, if you want the reason for the cyber arm, I mean, it is cool as fuck, but I was thinking about this, right? The cyber arm was one to denote, okay, cyberpunk. I was like, well, what's very cyberpunk? A mechanical limb, right? I could have this arm swapped out for a more fleshy limb, 100%. The entire body's artificial. Entire thing. The internals, there's no normal organs in this body. It's all artificial. There's a reactor, if you want to be technical. You know? If you want to be technical specifications here, there's a fucking reactor inside of little old me here, so, you know. But the arm, to get a little bit lorey here, the arm is kind of a interface device for mechanical stuff. Basically, I can plug it into things. And it's a more seamless connection than it would be to an organic limb. Yeah. So, you know, I can link it up to, you know, something, you know, I can mount onto the arm. Or, you know, power through the arm. That's the idea I had. So, like, what was the idea I had? Like, it kind of also looked like a identification key, so I could just like grab hold of something. Like I was thinking of what would a like transport be for if an angel didn't like fly around. I don't know why the idea of a chariot, but with like, you know, my wings, but like around a chariot. And like the mechanical limb is kind of the identifier. Like I say, it's like a link between the mechanical and the organic side, right? It's like it's all linked up. Do not disturb on, because I'm a goober. There we go. Or like a weapon system, let's say, you know? Like some kind of big old cannon. Okay, so I want to reduce something demonic looking into a pile of mulch. If I ever get to the point where I could draw this, I would definitely draw it where, just, you know, arm-mounted chainsaw or Gatling gun. Just because why not? Taking notes. Yeah. I also thought about the idea of, like, could stuff be stored in the arm, right? Like, I don't know, fucking energy sword or something. Or an idea I had was, you know, like how you see a lot of those, like, witch hunter kits, as they call, or vampire hunter kits, as they call them. They're not really from the time, but, like, the idea of, like, a stake and all that kind of stuff. Well, you know, like the Armored Core pile driver? What if the arm just opened up into a pile driver? Since, you know, the angel form is built for battle, technically. Just be talking. I'm cooking, Rouge. I'm cooking. Rouge, it's time to cook. It's time to cook. Speaking of cooking, on a complete side note, how is 14 going for you, by the way? I am cooked, you're correct. Which is why I'm going to drink more. You are cooked, I see. Where have you gotten to, by the way? I couldn't quite recognise the area. Oh, you... Buddy. Buddy. That's CBT. You're literally taking a belt to your nuts. Is it level 55? Oh, buddy. Oh, level 55 as well. Oh. Do you enjoy the feeling of having a belt wrapped around your nuts, out of curiosity? That's kind of what it's like. At least you're not starting from level 1, I get. Oh, you did start from level 1, but at least you're not at level 1 with it. But, oh. Sometimes, I mean, you must do. The good squeeze. My god damn. What made you compelled to do that one? Was it just the lowest level? Or did you just really want to play that one? I'm curious now as to what made you wish for this suffering. Ah, I see. Fair enough. Supposed to be the most mage. That's fair. I must admit, for classes for 14, I remember from some people mentioned about a chronomancer. I've always had the idea of a chronomancer healer. The logic being turns back time to heal you. Okay, fair enough. You've got backups then. Fair enough. I can... The Viper still feels pretty good. They've changed it a little bit now, so you apply a buff to yourself. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, if they ever do want to make it its own class, I like the idea of just, like, undoing the damage you've taken. That's an interesting idea to me. I do like that idea, actually. Of, like, you undo it. So, it's like, it's basically still healing mechanically, but the lore for it is just you reverse time. I don't know if they'll do something like that, but it's interesting to me. The idea of that kind of thing. Maybe having, like, some buffs and stuff. I return your V card. Now I play Pot of Greed. I haven't looked at the Astrologian changes, actually. Actually, there's a lot of things I haven't looked at. I've only leveled Viper. And then I played a little bit the other day to make sure that Viper didn't feel horrible to play. It still feels alright, but it's no longer got the the debuff on the enemy, which lets you do more damage, it now just buffs you. I don't think that was necessary, and they changed the names of stuff. Have they changed the Twitch UI? The ad break bit's on the top now. That's interesting. Used to be at the bottom. Okay. Didn't know that changed. Weird little change, but you know, I don't hate. I don't know. It's a nothing change, really. The bit I can see has changed a little bit. It's a weird experience, right? But obviously, how I see the Twitch bit, how you see the Twitch bit, very different, and they're also not very different. Like, I've still got the chat on the right-hand side, but then I have the activity feed. I then have a bunch of buttons below me, down there. I then have you guys over there. So, you know. And then I have me on screen with a 3-second delay. And I realised this. I looked because the counter lets me actually see the delay, and it is 3 seconds. Which, if I'm going to play Hunt Showdown, I'll have to up that immensely, won't I? I do want to play Hunt Showdown on Twitch at some point. I need to bully someone to joining me. Maybe Onyx. I'm not terrible at the game, but it's been a while. Oh, nice, nice. I like the game, right? I really do. I love the setting. I love the aesthetic. It looks so good. And with my new graphics card, I bet it'll look even better. But holy shit. My heart. I can't begin to express to you, it is the only game I've ever played that my heart rate goes up to like, fuck, it's actually like concerning. I've never had my heart rate jump like that for any other game. Like, it's so tense. Like, if you want, like, it's a extraction shooter, sure, but it's like, it has such a different level to other extraction stuff. Like, I've played, was it Dark and Darker, I think it's called, something like that? That's tense, but Hunt's just so much more tense. Because obviously, people can just gun you at range, and a single headshot's death, right? But holy fuck. Holy shit, it is terrifying. It's so cool, though. But, oh, God. Like, I at times really want to get good at it. And I do enjoy playing it, but God, I have to take breaks. I should get back into it at some point, though. I do want some, like, I don't know, something to scratch the itch. Oh, Sea of Thieves, like, I guess Sea of Thieves, you know what, yeah, of course, I guess it is, because, like, you're always, like, on the high seas, anything come out of nowhere, and then obviously you encounter, like, the Kraken, the Megalodon, or other bullshit. Ghost ships, right? Other players. So I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that. 100%. Actual, like, just insanity. So no, I can see that. You've reminded me as well. You remind me of Skull and Bones and how I'm just so disappointed how that turned out. All they had to do was just make AC4, but multiplayer. Fuck! How did they fuck that up? Like, Sea of Thieves had it in spades. Oh, God, it's painful. It's so painful. The quadruple A game. And ever since then, what I will say to you is this. Do not expect an Ubisoft game on here unless they drastically improve. Like, I'm gonna say this now. Ubisoft's quality is so bad, I refuse to put it on the channel. My standards will not allow it. It's so crap. Like, they have produced nothing good in the last age now. I'm just gonna say it. And I have no interest in touching the new Assassin's Creed. That thing is a quagmire that I refuse to touch. Well, recent stuff. Recent stuff. For Honor was decent. Black Flag was amazing, and I will stand by that. The last Ubisoft game I touched was Assassin's Creed Origins, but I did pick up Mirage because it was like old Assassin's Creed. But that's the last thing of theirs I've bought. But the last game, Ubisoft game I played, well, I replayed, actually, Assassin's Creed Rogue is actually quite good too. If you like Black Flag, you'll like Rogue. Those are the two. Yeah, like the old style Assassin's Creeds I like, and I might play Mirage. But I almost don't think I'll play it on stream because I don't want to give Ubisoft any publicity, personally. It sounds a bit cynical, but I'm like, they don't deserve that. I don't think they've earned it, right? In my opinion. When you've got games like Elden Ring, which, as much as it gets me frustrated, is also, I can see the quality and the dedication they've put in it. Like, when you look at Armored Core, I need to finish Armored Core at some point. I might just restart it and play it on stream at some point, honestly. Tempting. Because it's done so well. Let me think of other... I mean, Space Marine 2's looking really good as well. Helldivers. Helldivers is, honestly... I mean, fucking Deep Rock. That's still going strong. It's amazing. I mean, Deep Rock's a great example of a nice co-op game that's stood the test of time, I think. I wish Helldivers... I mean, they're doing a big update soon, right? In 2 days. It's a big Helldivers update, I think. Is it 2 days? It's soon. It's very soon, I know that much. It might be next week. I can't remember now. Is it the 6th? Might be the 6th, actually. I can't remember now. It's soon. It's definitely soon. And I feel like it'll help, but they need to pull out the third faction. There's a noticeable gap. Let me fight the Illuminate, god damn it. But they're finally doing fire stuff, at least, which is nice. I think Flame was in the game. I will say, I think Space Marine 2 could end up being a bit of a death nail for it, though. Because Space Marine 2's co-op mode was quite specifically engineered to fulfill the same itch. So I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong, right? But if it's done properly, I really think Space Marine 2 might hurt Helldivers 2 quite a bit. Because the developers specifically looked at Helldivers 2 and went, we're gonna do something like that, but in 40k. And we're gonna use, like, all the stuff we have in our arsenal to do that. And if it's done properly, I could honestly see it, like, obviously it might not scratch the exact same itch, but I honestly think it could. Oh, I think it could. I honestly think it could do as well. Maybe even better. Maybe. I don't know. Darktide did a lot to help bring 40k to non-40k fans. I think Space Marine 2, if done properly, could help really push that. I know Games Workshop are big on, like, making sure it's successful. They've definitely, like Space Marine 2 showed off jump packs on Primaris before the models did. That's not common, by the way. So I could, if it does well, I could see G-Dubs letting them push the boundary on stuff. I'm hoping they will. Like, I'm hoping we'll get stuff that isn't in model form yet. That's what I hope for that. I've mentioned it before, but I want them to just let us go nuts, right? I mean, there's like what, 5 classes at least? Or was there 6? I think there's 5. There's the intercessor. There's the jump pack guy. There's the heavy. The bulwark. No, there's 6. There's the Reaver and the sniper. Yeah, no, there's 6. The only thing not represented is a Terminator. I would love it if they did Terminators. I doubt they will, because they're a degree heavier than the rest. But they're doing heavy intercessors, so why the fuck not? Just give it to us, man. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I could be just mean like rose-tinted glasses because I want it to do well. I really do. I want a fun game I can play with friends and enjoy as a casual thing, and I'll probably play. I mean, I will. I'll play it on stream. I'll be honest. Hey, well, you know, you've always got me, buddy. Also, if anyone does ever want to like go into the Discord voice chat, you're more than welcome. I promise I don't bite. Rouge is friendly, I promise. Genuinely. Just saying, in case anyone has thought about going into the voice chat, but been a bit too unsure. Please feel welcome to use it. Am I sure on what? You being friendly or me not biting? I mean, I do not bite hard. I mean, what? I don't bite hard. I'll just, you know, leave a mark on you so you'll know who you belong to. I mean, what? You heard nothing, sinner. You heard nothing. But no, Rouge is friendly enough. Don't worry about it. I'd like to think I'm all right. But yeah, I come in occasionally, you know. But by all means, the server is for all of you. Please feel free to use it. Post, jump in the voice chats. This is the place to be comfy, and you are all welcome to be comfy. So just... I see. Man's hugging the whole thing. Definitely gonna have to do like a... You know, I'd be tempted to do actually. Depending on... Well, that's the market, I see. I'd be tempted actually to do like I'd love to do like either like a big community Stellaris game. I'd love that actually. That'd be fun. Or Sins of Soul Empire 2 or Stormgate would be fun actually. I think, depending on how it plays. I definitely want to play the... Depending on how the co-op is, expect me and JD Moss to potentially play some on stream, because we both loved playing StarCraft co-op, and if it's anything like that, we'll be playing it, most likely. I'll be honest. So, that's one thing I will say on the matter. I don't know how often we'll do it, but that's the thing. Speaking of things that happen occasionally, I want to just let you all know something now, by the way. I'll mention it again, like, Sunday, but in case I forget, next week, some things are going to happen. So, I'm going to be playing some Deep Rock Galactic with some of the fellas. I'm going to be playing it with Onyx, Devil Den, and JD Moss. I'll be announcing this on Sunday as well for everyone. But for those who are here, a little hint what's to come next week. That'll be on the Saturday stream, just to let you know. Because Saturday's just the best day for it. Next Saturday. Not next Friday, next Saturday. I didn't say Saturday, right? Is it? I feel like I said Saturday. I'm sure I said Saturday. Yeah, next Saturday. So yeah, that's something that's gonna happen. The other thing is, I think I'm gonna take next Sunday off, just to let you know. So this Sunday will be on as normal. So don't worry about this week. Everything that's planned for this week is happening. Don't you worry about that. Next week, though, I'll probably take the Sunday off. I'm not going to do it too often, but every now and then I might take a Sunday off. Because I realise some days I need to recharge. So that's just something to mention to you. But again, I'll remind you all the schedule and everything else on Sunday, so don't worry about that. It won't be every Sunday, it'll be like every now and then. An occasional day where I just go, I need a day off. It'll probably be on the Sundays, but, you know, you will know long in advance if that happens. Just want to mention it now while I'm thinking about it. But obviously on the Saturday there'll be a nice big old collab stream with Deep Rock. Well, me and the fellas play some Deep Rock, which should be fun, I think. I had a lot of fun playing Vermintide with people, so Deep Rock with fellas should be nice too. I don't know when Lance will be on, but stay tuned for that one. As soon as I know, I will let you know. I think currently Onyx is recovering and wants to do some bits and bobs, and also wants to get some artwork commissioned for our characters for that. So I think as soon as that's ready, then we'll probably start. I will be doing some D&D this week, which means a retelling video for next week. So just to let you know about that as well. Yes, there'll be another retelling video. And I'll see if I can't make those subtitles work for me. We'll see what happens. I might be able to add some funny bits in. Need to get some good memes in. My favourite episode so far is the one where I kept doing the Ratomic bit, because I was quite proud of that one. Chunking in various bits, and that felt good. That actually felt really good to do, actually, so I want to try and get something like that. But we'll see. We'll see. I have the video for the Ratomic bits stored if I ever need it. I need to stop yawning, God. Hopefully that didn't get picked up by the mic. The contagion hasn't spread. Ugh. Ow. Crack my neck a smidge. Now, as far as some other stuff, as you've probably seen, I've been doing a little painting again. First on an orc. I may dabble a bit in a Thousand Suns fella I've been painting up recently. Where is he? See if I can reach for him. Well, he's hidden behind something, but he's one of the what are they called now? What's that new Thousand Suns character called? I think new. It's their only character they've got since release. I forget what they're called. Is it an Infernal Master or something like that? It's something like that. Let me just check. Thousand Suns. Ba, 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 ba. Infernal Master. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So I'm painting up an Infernal Master in the old cherry red colour scheme. There's a lot of like little hidden cubby bits to like try and get at. He's got a big old flowing cloak. So, but it's been interesting to try and do it, you know, and try and do like a more cleaner paint scheme. That's like I actually sometimes struggle with the cleaner stuff. It takes a bit more work, right? Because in some ways I like the more dirtier aesthetic because I can do it a lot easier. Like there is an art to how I've mentioned this before, but there's an art to how filthy something can be. There's an art to the filth. That's Saint Frank once said. He didn't say that, I don't think. He said something I can't repeat on Twitch. God. Filth is in us. Exactly. I've been tempted to build some of the other, like, Age of Sigmar Nurgle guys I've got. Do more of my drowned Nurgle force idea. Whilst resisting the urge to get some Mechanicus guys. And do some more, Riser. Not right, no, not Riser. Oh, what's the fucking Forge World? Metallica, that's it. Which is my white and red tech priest you saw a bit ago. And they're finally adding some battle automata, Matt, and phalanx and things, which God look quite nice in metallic build schemes. It's a nice little painting project for lol me. But like I say, my many things to paint. At the same time, maybe I'll wait because the box will still be around. Because anything that isn't Space Marine doesn't sell quite as well, which is why they've not been pushing them as much. It doesn't help that the rules are normally worse than Space Marines, though Mechanicum aren't quite as bad as Solar Auxilia. In fact, at least in 30k, they're a bit more going for them. Mostly because a cyborg with a lightning gun and a towering robot has merits to it. Not to mention the simple fact that there's a bike going outside. God damn it! Like, so a big old Robo is almost as expensive as a Dreadnought. Hits not quite as hard, but it can do some work. You can stick some buzzsaws on it for hands. Give it a multi-melter. Or a big old bolt gun. You know, you got options, you got options. I can't remember if they got the Darkfire cannon or not. That's a thing for him as well. If I remember correctly. Wipe my ears off. I'm sweating like a bastard. And then a whole bunch of tech frawl. And a big old transport, if I recall rightly, is the other thing they're getting. Which, yeah, it's not like transport, it's massive. It's absolutely huge. To be fair, the robots are the ones I like a lot, but I kind of hope they add more of the robots. There's like a couple of other automata that I want them to do, but they haven't done it yet, which is deeply tragic. But maybe I know the plan is to go from like resin to plastic, so I'm hoping that's going to be the case for the rest of the range. Because resin's a bitch to work with, and I don't want to deal with it. And I don't quite trust their resin. Their plastic's decent, but their resin's like, I don't know. a bit complete tangent. I've been a bit cheeky this week. I'm a bit cheeky because I was covering the early shifts this week, except for today and Friday. However, because there's a bunch of annoying roadworks outside my road, I've kind of decided, fuck it, I'll work from home the rest of the week. Because I can't be asked. So, means I'm here sooner, so I can prepare for stuff. I know, filthy of me. Filthy. But listen. See, when you've earned a reputation for just, one, having a lot of reasons that something could come up, but also you don't quite take the office bullshit, they tend to leave you alone. Now, it doesn't make any friends in that regard as far as the management's concerned. However, in the nicest possible way, fuck those guys. Honestly. Because sometimes they just ask for dumb shit. And I'm like, nah. I am going to do my thing. As long as I do the work, that's all that matters. So yeah, it also means I have a bit more time to set things up, and I'm also going to make sure to check my mic tomorrow, because apparently it just wasn't on. Well, it was on, but it wasn't going through. It's weird. The lights were still coming through, but it wasn't being, like, fed through. The joys. Probably some kind of update on there. Oh, God. Yeah. It's an old thing. I remember, like, my place never used to let us work from home, really, but it was weird. We had the facilities to work from home for quite a while, but then COVID happened. It was like, well, shit. Now we have to. And a lot of places adapted, but I'm guessing yours kind of went, eh? I don't know. A few places I've applied to also have like a flexible system. I must admit, I quite like that. Like, I'm not going to take the piss out of it, but at the same time, it's like, look, some days I really just don't want to be around people. Because I get, like, it doesn't happen too often now, but there are days where I've been just so not in a good place to be around people. And I wished I hadn't been in the office. So, comes up. Or something annoying happens, like roadwork or bullshit, or the bus just didn't turn up, which is great. Very good, that is. The bus just doesn't turn up. The joys of being in the UK. It all just burns around me. I suppose one thing us and the Americans have in common. It's all on fire. Oh well. Yeah. Well, everywhere in the UK, unfortunately. But I like to, I'm not going to get into it because it gets political, but I'd like to think that, much like the Phoenix, you have to burn for a while before you can rise up anew. That's how I see it. Things have to burn for a while before they can rise from the ashes. You know, a forest fire is just part of nature, right? It burns things down, it destroys stuff, and then it all rejuvenates when the soil is nourished. It's, you know, not the best scenario, but at the same time, I need some yawning fuck. At the same time, it happens, and I think sometimes it just needs to happen. But, hey, then things get better afterwards. That's how I see it. That's how I see it anyway. Things have to get a bit worse before they get better. It's you know, a cycle. Everything's a bit rough at the moment, but then things have to get rough so they can be fixed, something's gonna be better again. Maybe I'm being a bit too hopeful there, but I think it's a more positive way of looking at things, despite everything going on. So, and for those looking to continue a positive mindset, a little thing I've been trying to do, not very successfully, but trying to do, is use Twitter less. Genuinely, I can't stress this enough. Give Twitter a break sometimes, folks. Or sanitize it to the point where you only follow, like... like, I have mine where I only follow artists, some VTubers, and, like, some people I like. But I don't follow anyone who posts drama. Because I don't like drama. And then I consume it on YouTube. But I don't... I like, you know, sampling it from afar and then going away again. Twitter's just like a big old dog pile of drama. I'm like, ugh. It's tiring. It's very tiring. And I think it just annihilates your brain cells. So I fiercely recommend just let Twitter boil over and do its own thing. Like, I saw a few people giving the rigger Kyle a bunch of grief the other day. It was like, it's such a nothing issue. I'll be honest. I get where people are coming from, but at the same time, the man engages in outrage marketing, and it worked because people on Twitter are very predictable. I'm just gonna say it; they're very predictable. I would welcome to be proven wrong, but it's like that kind of stuff always works on people on Twitter. It's unfortunate, but it does. So I just think, come on, guys, we could have just, you know, not fell for that and just moved on with our day. But, you know, outrage for the sake of outrage is the way it is. At the end of the day, I think anyone who engaged in the drama is just going to be burned by it. The man himself's been burned by it a bit, but I think people are far too concerned with, like, other people's shit and not their own. I'm like, you know, that's why V-tweeters are a thing after all. There's a joke for you. I'm just gonna say that and leave it there. I ain't big enough for them to notice me. Maybe one day I am, and if I'm that big, I wouldn't notice them still, probably. So it's the one thing about V-tweeters. If you're small, they don't notice you. If you're big, you don't notice them. It's the funny thing. You might notice them, but you just go off Twitter. Boom. Problem solved. Because they only exist on Twitter. So, which is why you should limit yourself to like a couple of minutes. Exactly. And then you just focus on your own stuff. Like, for me, I'll watch other creators because I'm always interested in what will they do, how do they do what they do, right? Like, I might look at Porcelain Maid and go, how does he conduct himself in a Just Chatting stream? Is there things he does? Is there anything that, like, you know, helps engage the audience? Positive things that they do, and I just think, okay, well, how could I incorporate those kind of ideas? That kind of stuff's useful. But a bunch of people on Twitter complaining about some thing that happened that they'll forget about tomorrow? Nah. Not worth. Not worth at all. Not worth wasting time over. We all have better things to do with our lives. You only have so long in life. Why not enjoy just the fun things? That's why I keep my space how it is. Keep my space away from all that crap, because I want to be here to have fun, and I'd like to think all of you do too. You know, by all means, you know, I might occasionally bring stuff up in these sort of streams, but I'll keep it chill. You know, there's just my get stuff off my chest kind of stream, but also, you know, good time for dialogue for all you lovely lot. And then after that, it's just... Yeah, exactly. And as I was advised, it comes to this kind of thing. Tomorrow will be a whole different thing. Smooth. That's very smooth, that was. Yes, you should definitely join the Crabral Monastery. The monastery has many wonderful things. Like all of the random things I feel like sharing with you guys. And also, I'm there. And Rouge is there too. And sometimes we're in the VC. Sometimes we're sharing memes. Also, if you're looking for a free company in Final Fantasy XIV, maybe, feel free to let me know if you're looking, because if you're on the EU servers, and especially if you're on Lich, maybe you would like a place in the Maelstrom Triad. I think it's Maelstrom Triad. Except any volunteers. Exactly. Rouge requires sustenance. Your any donations or subs or bits go to keeping Rouge fed. Currently, he's on that rat diet at the moment. I mean, he's upgraded from that rat diet to something a bit more nutritious. He's on a little bit of ratatouille. Street style, if you will. Unlike some VTubers, I feed my mods. Listen, you didn't know it was rats. Listen, if I put it in a burrito and add some spices to it, would you know the difference? It'll still go through you in a matter of minutes. That's all I'm saying, right? Just because it's rat meat, just purely rat meat. Wow. Wow. See, this is why Rouge needs better food, see, chat. See. Becomes a little yandere. You don't want Rouge to be a little yandere, do you? You know, we want to return Rouge to a tsundere. An aging tsundere. I'm sorry, it was too easy. I'm sorry, it was low-hanging fruit. Very tsundere behavior, sir. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking youngsters nowadays. It's okay, Rouge. Hags are in demand these days, I'm told. How the tables have turned. How the turntable, if you will. Get out. Just remind the chat, I'm being allowed to bully here. I am the healer in the raid. Have you leveled any healers? Out of curiosity? All of mine are leveled to 90, but I need to level mine to 100 at some point. I also level a tank. It's okay, I've got a level 90 White Mage, Sage, Scholar, and Astrologian, so we're good. I got options. Although I never use Scholar. Fuck you. Listen, I had far too much time in my hands, and I just kept leveling. I probably could do it after a longer period of time. But I'm more busy nowadays. He loves me really, chap. He loves me really. You say The master of all, master of none. Well, it's why I play a thing for quite a while until I'm not interested in playing it, and then I play something else. But you see, my muscle memory is great. Mostly. As long as I've like orientated my buttons in a logical fashion. Otherwise I have to like adjust my buttons sometimes. But I have all my... I like kind of structured all my buttons for my classes to like make sense. So like AoEs are on like the Q and E keys. I've like a 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4 I think? Like if I know when I see it, but thinking about it right now is a pain. Wow. Wow. This guy right here. Looking real tsundere. Very rude, sir. Fine. We'll whip you into shape soon enough. After you've done whipping yourself playing Black Mage at level 55. Once you've dealt with that soreness that it induces. It's okay, once you hit level 80 you'll feel great. It's fun at level 80. God, I can only imagine telling someone who's leveling a Black Mage from level 1, or Thaumaturge at that point it'd be. But, God. Telling a new Thaumaturge, by the way, your class gets great at level 80. After you've done, like, most of the expansions in the game, then you can enjoy your class. I mean, they've gotten better over time, but God. The anime gets... I mean, that is basically Final Fantasy. Yeah, the anime gets good after the first season. Second season's great. You gotta get past all the filler first. Like, Heaven's Ward be the jam. God, Heaven's Ward's... Ah. I remember when I got to Heaven's Ward for the first time, it felt so fucking good. Overlord movie? Oh, the anime. Yeah. I think that for a second. For a brief moment, I thought you meant the game Overlord. That's because it's been a long time since I've heard that. No, the Overlord, the anime movie. Fair enough. Fair enough. I've heard interesting things about it. It's not based off the anime. There's a game called Overlord where you play as a big bad with your minions. And you build up your dark tower and do evil things in a very cliche fantasy land. But also you get maidens. Well, in the first game, a maiden of your, you pick between the conservative sister and the very horny sister. Then the second game just goes, fuck that, you get free. But you know. Yeah, it was a funny little game. I remember there was a Nintendo Wii version that was more like you were the edgy brother that inherited a dark legacy, and you had to fight your siblings. That was an interesting little one. God, Overlord was a funny little game. It's like, there's combat in it, but also a bit of puzzle solving, because you've got to use like the right minions for the right job. In the second game, like, you resurrect good minions, because your minions would pick up like bits of armor and stuff. Like, it actually kind of like was worth keeping them alive. It's why they always keep the blue minions right to the end, because them fuckers will resurrect things and go into water, which other minions can't do. Yeah, it's an interesting little game. But no, the overall anime I've heard interesting things about. It makes absolutely no sense to me from an MMO perspective. I must admit. It's like, oh, everyone picked human. Why? I can attest playing 14. A lot of people do not pick human. Female Makote is, for a long time, been the most populous race in 14. I'm afraid, Rose, you might be in the minority, my friend. Everyone else is either a cat, a dragon lady, or a furry. Some of them might even be elves. I was one once. There's also the small people, little potatoes, little Lalafell. Though them guys as well. Though I don't see all that many. I myself am playing an Aura myself. The Femme Aura. It's between them. Like, I like the Makoto. I like the Elizon. Especially the Duskrite Elizon. I really like them. Because the drow look you can get with them. Viera are fine too. I have nothing against Viera. There's some very nice looking Viera. 100%. But I know everyone who was pseudo furry was very happy. Well, male Viera decimated. They decimated the male Makote populace. Yes, the male Makote populace exist. You wouldn't think it, except for all the Gratia fanboys, fangirls mainly, should I say. But yeah, male Viera do exist, and they decimated. The Bun Boys decimated the Cat Boys. That sounds wrong, but we're just going to keep with it now. I know. I'm not like... to be honest, my main thing that put me off Viera was the fact they can't wear hats. Because certain classes, like the Red Mage, feel wrong without a hat. And Black Mage. Like, they feel wrong without a hat. Like, if I'm playing them, let me enjoy the fantasy of having a big old fucking wizard hat. Or a little, a musketeer hat. Like, I think other classes I'd wear a helmet for, or a hat for. I want to say it's just those. But, still. But if there is a hat or a helmet I want to wear, you can't wear it as them. Which I always find funny, because, like, Ulra always have their horns sticking out of their helmets. Like, you question how they put them on. But it is what it is, you know? I will say, the new graphics update does make the game look quite nice. It's very aesthetic. You can tell the newer gear as well. The newer gear, it shows it off a lot. Like, when you get the artifact gear, oh, it looked nice. Oh yeah, there's like, I think reshade always going to be a thing, because people are going to have like a certain way they want to look. Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a few people I follow who do mods their stuff, like, there's someone called Wolf on Twitter, who mods their characters to look like Arknight's characters. I think she's got... Who's she mod? Like, her main one looks like Lapland. Then she's got Nail, Texas. And... Fiametta, I think? Mostima? I think those are the ones she mainly uses. And there's someone else who just makes themselves rip, like abs and big old biddies. Which is quite common to be. Naturally, they're a Makote player. Oh yeah, the big old, like, six-pack. I don't know. I think you can make your character look real nice without mods, and I don't bother with them because it's just like it's an unwritten rule that you can use them, but I'm like, some people take the mick, and one day they might just go no mods. And also, if I have a stream 14, I don't want to be using mods because then I'll get like done in. So, and there's a chance I might stream it, be it if I'm just like vibing with some people in the free company, or like, you know, I'm just playing the game casually and having the little yap at you guys. Vibing in limbs. That's a dangerous thing to do on stream. I'll tell you one thing we could do actually. The free company house needs renovation because we never like finished it. Hmm. Corporate. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I did just think actually, one thing I could do for a stream that'd be quite fun is we just like a little bit of home renovation, and all of you lovely lot assist in how we want the place to look. Since I've spoken to the others and they seem okay with me opening up the doors for you guys, and I think it'd be nice. And if the others do want to join me for that, it'd be quite nice to have us all on there and we just vibe and suss out how we want the place to look and the vibe for the free company. I think that'd be nice. Exactly, do a bit of real estate. We've got like 3.5 million gil just sat there. Because, like, in the actual free company vault, because, well, remember when the housing lotto got first done? Well, we technically got the house for free. So it literally was free real estate, by the way. We had the house for free. And it was optional to give it back. So I'm like, well, you know, it's our gil. And I just kept it in the vault for spending on important stuff. Hey, we got the house fair and square, okay? I just didn't have to pay for it because of a technical issue. So, you know. It's been ours for a while, and I've made sure to keep it ours. I visit the place regularly enough. But we need to renovate it. Getting like the sub and stuff's a pain in the ass, because a lot of us haven't leveled crafting and gathering. If anyone is a crafter and gatherer, they haven't got a free company by the way, you are more than welcome to join. We have a lot of material that is unused for crafting and stuff. You are more welcome to use it. We have an alchemy station in there if you want to use that. Those are all usable. I think mining's one I went with actually, funnily enough. That's my gathering class I went. Mining and alchemy. I've got my alchemy over 50. But mining's what I've got like 80? Or 90, I want to say? I can't remember what I got it to, I feel like it's 80. Just because I wanted to like... Why did I want to level mining? I think I wanted to help get some resources together. God, crafting though. Genuinely, crafting is it's a pyramid scheme. Hear me out. It's a pyramid scheme. When you start, you need to like get resources, and if you aren't got any gathering classes, you're gonna have to buy them. So you're paying another crafter or gatherer to get the stuff, to then make the stuff, right? And then at that point, you know, you've paid an obscene amount of gil, all to, you know, make sure that you've got the stuff you need, and it costs so much. It's insane. But then once you're a high level crafter, and you do those big crafts, right? Then you can just go, well, now I'm gonna go and, you know, charge some other poor schmuck to do it. Thus, the pyramid scheme continues. Like, Lich's price is not terrible, but I made some money here and there, but normally it's like materia. If I get the materia early enough, people will buy that shit up. But, ugh, if you don't get the materia early, no one wants it. You gotta be able to craft them endgame gears. And the shiny weapons. That's the real shit. Actually, no, I bought a bunch of shiny weapons. I mean, I'm down for that. I'm down for that. I've got Alchemist up so far. I mean, hey, Alchemy at high level raiding is quite useful. Those potions are helpful, so... If I can get to the point where I can afford to, like, get my Alchemy up to max, oh. We're in the money then. We're in the money. Gotta get my glamour plate sorted out as well. We need more glamour plate slots. Not got enough again. It's annoying. I ideally would love one for each class, but it's not gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to like start squishing them together, aren't I? I'll probably... Do I squish all the healer ones together? I don't play healer very often. I kind of want my tanks to be distinct, because I play tank quite often. Maybe I make Paladin and Warrior share one, because I don't play them very often. I play Gunbreaker and Dark Knight the most out of the two. Out of the four, I should say. DPS, it varies. But... I mean, I'm leveling Reaper currently. And, Reaper's feeling nice. Reaper's feeling quite nice. They've added more attacks when you're in Shroud mode, which is cool. I like that. I almost kind of hoped that the level 100... Like, I don't know if it'll be the case, but I almost hope that either this expansion or next, the max level in Shroud looks different. I don't know, I'd like a different looking form to reflect the change. But I do like the Enshroud. I like how it varies a lot based on what you are. Like, it's got the same traits, right? It covers you in that outfit, extends your hair, makes your eyes go just red and demonic. That'd be interesting. Like, something based off of him. I'd love it if the avatar looked a bit like his, actually. That'd be fun. Actually, you know what I would like as well? His gun scythe. I really hoped we'd get the gun scythe as a relic. We didn't. I want the gun scythe. Gimme. It looks cool. Like from the trailer, just, so good. And then I can make other people have a test of their reflexes. Oh yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. I mean, at least one thing while I'm leveling Reaper, if I want to help me get my item level up, I could just do the relic quest more. So I've only done the first stage of it for the Reaper. So I could always keep pushing it, because it costs regular old tomes. Which, you know, is alright. It's alright. It's not it's not fantastic, but at the same time, it's you know. Oh god. Ah yes, a test of your reflexes. Nope. He never hit me with that shit. My reflexes were on point. My reflexes were on point then. I was ready. I was so ready. I will give Endwalker this. Its end much like Shadowbringers, felt so satisfying. I can't say anything about bloody Dawn Trail yet. It's not been that long enough. I would like to do a review of Dawn Trail, my thoughts on it. I might make that a video at some point. I've been thinking, by the way, should I just make like an ideas board on my Discord? Like, I'm very tempted to just put like an ideas board on the Discord and just go, these are the things I'm thinking of doing. And maybe just allowing the emotes or something on them. Kinda. I mean, maybe I'll put it in the maybe I could put it in the suggestions channel. I don't know. The suggestions channel was kind of for you guys to be able to suggest things. This would kind of be like me saying, here's the things I'm doing / thinking of doing. And if there's a lot of attention on that idea, I might like tilt to that idea, but I don't know. I don't know how good of an idea that is. When I'm saying it aloud, I don't know. Not 100% of the idea. Yeah, as you say, the suggestion channel kind of fulfills the similar roles. Like, I don't know. At the same time, I could just better manage myself. I don't know. It's an idea. It's an idea that I'm like, now I'm saying, I'm like, not 100% on. But like all this kind of shit, it's an iterative process. But this week will definitely be a retelling, so that's fine. Maybe I'll do it the week after. Maybe I'll sit down and record something on the Sunday. Or maybe I'll actually take a break like I said I would. I really should just take the day to rest like I said I was going to be fair. I do need to make myself take rests occasionally. That is something I need to do. Because I say I take a rest and then I do something, like content related. And I should just go, no, let's actually have a rest. Because I'm terminally invested in this. To be fair, it's because I enjoy it and because I care, but I need, like... Well, yeah, that's the other thing. There's no rest in Wicked, I suppose. I mean, I try and enforce rest on myself because it's just like... Here's the thing. If you don't, you're just going to burn out. And I don't want that. I've burned out once before, right? And I don't want that again. Burning out wasn't nice, so... I don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again, so... Being careful on how much I do is important. Plus, my main sort of thing is streaming, first and foremost. That's my main thing. That's what I want to get better at. Doing this. Because I enjoy doing this. This is, you know, a nice, relaxing space for me. Video editing is a little more strenuous and I often get a bit frustrated with my own abilities, to some extent. But it's a learning process that I've not been taking as seriously for as long, so... It is a lot, and I know I could do more. That's the thing. The problem is, the big problem is I watch a lot of people like Maxor and Seth and Russian Badger and various other people, and I see all their editing, and I go, that's really good. And I get annoyed at myself, and I should. Exactly. It's an unrealistic precedent, I have to remind myself of that, right? But I go through these motions because I am a bloody perfectionist sometimes. Where I'll see a flaw in something and I won't be able to unsee it, and it'll annoy me. But I've gotten better at just going, no, it's actually fine. Like, sometimes it's like if it's something silly where I could have fixed it, then I get proper annoyed. But it's like, if it's something where I'm like, you know, you spent half a day on something versus like 6 months, there's a difference, right? And to be fair, I think having a mix of lightly edited content and the occasional more edited thing is fine. I just want to try and keep semi consistent. That's the thing. I want to keep semi consistent. Because I think if someone's going to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that is, then I want to give them something worthwhile. It's why I know the VOD channel gets more than the main channel at the minute, because the VOD channel objectively gets more content. The main one, the Baron Zarko Brel VT. VOD channel gets plenty of stuff, because this will be there, and every other stream I've ever done will be there. Pretty much, so that one gets content. I've considered making a third one, honestly. I've considered making a third. And having that one just be a stream of consciousness channel where I just, unedited, speak my piece on something. And I don't care how long the video is. I don't really do much editing or any at all for them. And I just vibe on a separate channel. And then let my main channel be for edited stuff. My VODs be for just the VODs. I saw like a few people do it, and I felt like it might be interesting. I don't know. At the same time, I don't know if it'll be that interesting, and I don't want to like burn you guys out, because I don't want anyone to feel like they have to, and you don't have to, by the way, guys. You do not have to keep up with all my shit. I barely keep up with my shit. Hell, if you want my raw yapping, the streams are probably better anyway. I know some people do like YouTube segments in their streams, but I'm far too spontaneous. I know I could probably never. I say I could, but it would be just difficult. That's the wonderful thing about me. I could do something like someone else does it, but it'd be way more difficult. Oh no. Oh no. There's no there's no GFE experience. If I was going to do that kind of content, I'd have put a voice changer on. And, like, learned how to make my voice sound more feminine. If I was actually going to do that. If I was actually going to pull that kind of shit. You know, that is what I would do. For the memes. On a complete side note, I've managed to remember how to put files back on my iPhone now. So, see, that'd be tempting, but April Fool's is also my birthday. It is also my birthday. That's the funny thing with April Fool's. I was tempted to make it a redeem, though. I was very, very tempted. Christ. Oh, you can't go around saying that. People will start asking loads of questions then. I don't want to get confused. But I was very tempted to make it a redeem, where I just call it like canonical voice or something. I'd make it a very high like. I'd probably make it a bits redeem so it didn't get like overused. Maybe, I don't know. Or a very high channel points one or the other. But I'd have to find like a decent voice changer and also like figure out how to make my voice sound the way I'd want it to sound. I've got a rough idea of what the canonical voice of me would be like. Bold of you to assume I know it. Or know anyone well enough for that. Bold of you to assume that, sir. I barely go out. I wish. Jesus, I wish I was that smooth. No, my neurodivergent ass ain't that smooth. Not in the slightest. You forget. I'd like to think I project an air of semi-confidence doing this, but my ass is riddled with social anxiety. Yeah, but he probably goes out. I'm a little bit of a shut-in with social anxiety up the fucking ass, so... I can tell I've even calmed down because the drink has worn off. The liver has worked well. The liver's done its job. I think I'm out of... There's any left. Oh no. The anxiety's returned. It's like a little sippy in there, I was barely anything. No, chat, the social anxiety has returned. The demons are back. I have no more holy water to ward them off for a time. It's fine. It's gotten better, to be fair. It's gotten a lot better. Oh, he sold them. Don't talk about... no, that's it. Don't talk about world leaders like that. Selling us all out. I joke, but if an alien race had turned up, they fucking would. First thing they'd do. First thing they don't do. Bastards. Ah. Oh, God, I'm sweating so bad. Jesus. Jesus. It is warm. How warm is it actually right now? It's like, you'd think you're getting a bit cooler, surely. But I don't feel too cool right now. It's like it's 18 degrees. I'm a sweaty fella right now. Dripping right now. It's 18 degrees and it's like nearly 9:30. Why is it so warm so late? It's bullshit. This is utter bullshit. Genuinely. It's so bad. It's the one problem with the summer. There's no, like... no breeze, no... well, we don't have any aircon, because houses in this country aren't built with aircon. I need to find a good place to put a fan. I was hoping to get, like, a tower fan of the right size, but... Amazon was a pain in the arse and sent me, like, one that was way too big. So I gave up in the end. But I need a fan that, like, won't be picked up on the mic is the only thing. I guess if I blow it... I mean, considering how this mic works, it should be fine as long as it's a quiet fan and doesn't, like, blow at me. I found a good position for it, because I don't want it to, like, blow the heat off the iPhone at me. You know what I mean. The fan that blows. You don't need to be quiet, it's fine. God damn. I see you've also been drinking tonight. I feel like I have to be careful I don't end up like having the opposite of the Velky transformation. His community got a bit more say-so. Mine's become far more down bad. I say that like I'm helping the situation, Annie. But then, I am unpredictable. God, I just thought about this, like, Christ. How do you guys figure out my vibe sometimes? I am so unpredictable at times. I'm quite aware of this. My mood will just swing to one or the entire direction. I don't know how you guys manage it. I don't even manage it. Well, then I'm doing a good job at maintaining that then. That's concerning. That is concerning. I've gotten better at managing to, like, dampen that. Then again, maybe I've just gotten good at projecting the best version of myself on stream. Christ. Well, I mean, hey, I do try and keep it a positive. That's why I always try and make sure that this thing feels positive to do. Well, you know. Gotta be expressive, man. No, I'm. If anything, because of the nature of this, I do try and further my expressions because, well, you don't want to sit there and be like just talking like this the entire time, and it gets very fucking boring after a while. I'm just doing nothing but this. Whereas if I do this and be far more, then it's, you know, a bit more entertaining for you. And also, it's just a good habit to do, I think. As much as I catch myself occasionally doing the whole staying still and doing this whole thing, it. Yeah, exactly. That's true. That is true. That is true. Gotta have that fun vibe. Gotta have that vibing. Yep, I remembered something I should have done before stream. I was going to leave myself like a list of like, if I go blank, here are things that you can bring up. I didn't do that because I'm so prepared. Ah, fuck. I should do. Because I know sometimes I'll go blank, I won't say anything. I'm like, no, I can't do that. I'll just try and stream. So I was gonna have like a, here is thing you can, like, hey, remember you can do things. Oh no, 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 no. For collab, I mean, for collab streams, I can, you know, it's one of them things. I can, like, you know, I'd like to think I either will look up a bit about the person, or I'll already know them. Like, I tend to do collabs people I already know, with some exceptions, like Vimes. But then, you know, I did a little bit of research. Oh god. Yeah, that does sound quite awkward. I could see someone like myself doing that, though, but, like, I think for me, it's like, if I find someone of a similar vibe, and sort of just do a little bit of sniffing before the collab, and then I can get an idea of, okay, this is what kind of person they are, and then, you know, roll with it from there. That's better. And it's just, you know, like, it feels weird to, like, kind of cyberstalk a fucker for a bit, but it's like, you're gonna be on stream with them for a couple of hours at least. You might as well try and get to know them a bit beforehand. Like, I'll sometimes try and, like, either interact with them on their own streams, or, like, you know, just watch their stuff and get an idea for them. You know. I know what you did last summer. Just pull that on them. I looked back over 12 months of your history, and at 3:49 on the 12th of December, you said something very sus on Twitter. I mean, you've always got to do a little bit of checking in case the person's a bit more yikes than you thought. It was the Fi Highs, 100%. I mean, it's Fi's Thursday. I haven't done a Fi post. I should do a fire post. I'm kidding. uh, but at the same time, I mean, you know, like, you know, I've got them. I might as well show them. You know, there. For your hunting log. Ah, but now you have to level the hard way. Now you gotta do all the dungeons and other shit now. For the uninitiated, by the way, he means Black Mage on Final Fantasy XIV. Just for the uninitiative. That's what BLM's short for on Final Fantasy. I mean, I could. I mean, I could play a tank and just like. That'd be a good excuse for me to like live a tank. Yeah, I could do. Who are you calling good boy? Who the fuck are you calling good boy? I think. We're trying to grab the other end of the leash, are we? You know which end of the leash I'm holding. God fucking damn it. How to end the stream. Down bad as fuck is the only way to end a stream, of course. Very important. There'll come a time where I can do these for longer. There will. God, it'll be nice when I can do that. I think if I ever somehow get to the point where I can do these... Exactly. I think if I ever get to the point where I can do these full time, I think I'd still give myself like 2 or 3 days where I don't stream. Just to keep things like normal. I'd just stream for longer. The only reason I don't stream stupidly long is because I feel like I get like a bit tired after a while. And it is difficult, but it gets easier. But I worry main thing I worry about is I'm hoping I don't say the same stuff every time. That's the one thing I worry about. That's the one thing when it comes to like doing these. I worry that I say the same shit every time. I try and keep it fresh. Like, some weeks when I've tested it, I might do a painting stream on Thursday to help mix it up. But I want Thursdays to be my chill stream, where I don't do anything strenuous and I have a nice relaxing stream with you lot. I was tempted to have like, you know in the background, those like walking videos where like there's like someone's like going through like a forest or some shit in the background while I'm just yapping away at you or something. That is some kind of nice. Or it's a rainy scene or something. It's a like neon lit city. God, that'd be quite nice actually. That'd sound quite nice. But anyway, ideas for another time. I have too many ideas. Right, anyway. My dear sinners, you have been a pleasure as always. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. You know it means the world to me, and I appreciate your time. We only have so many hours in the day, so many days in the week, and so long in a lifespan. And the fact you're willing to give even a moment of that precious time to love me is the most flattering thing in the world. So thank you for that. Now I am going to go and rest up. Got a little bit of a busy one on Friday. Then we have more Total War. So I do hope you're looking forward to that. we'll see what happens. We might get to turn 150 tomorrow. In that case, the crisis should happen. But we'll see. Hello, Drunk Dwarf. I was just about to end the stream, but hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome. I am literally just about to end the stream, but thank you ever so much for joining us. I do hope you've been well. Yeah, I normally do a shorter one on Thursdays, but I'll be around similar time on Friday if you're around. But it's good to see you again. I hope you're doing well. By all means, feel free to catch up in the server or through DMs. You have my DMs, so I hope you've been keeping well. And by the way, Drunk Dwarf is in the server. Anyone wants to watch someone who plays retro games, by the way, just a little shout out to my boy there before I end things. But yeah, my dearest sinners, we will end it here for now. Tomorrow will be some Total War, and then Elden Ring on Saturday, followed by a bit more Total War. And then we should have a nice little... No, it's alright, my friends. Don't you worry about it. No need... Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, there should be a retelling video next week as well, all being well. So, I've yapped on for too long, and I'm delaying it. So, before we go, shall we raid a lovely soul? Yeah, we're going to raid somebody. Let me have a quick look. Who's doing stuff? Tiger, you're doing stuff. Let's raid Tiger. Right, I'm going to send a raid Tiger's way. Just playing some Armored Core. I'll see you guys in a bit. Ta for now.